Hey guys, it's Chris again. I just wanted to pop on for this quick little tip. Excuse my mess. I'm getting ready for bed and I'm in my bedroom, but I wanted to try this first. I made this Nemesis bag. It was the Secret Yarnery pattern and it was supposed to be a pillow, but I didn't want it as a pillow. So I made a big square of the same colors, granny square, and made the other. This was her design. And so then I just sewed them together with, crocheted them with the maroon there. And then I lined the whole bag. And we put these straps on it, but the straps just didn't fit, even though that is the lining. And then I thought, oh, I will just braid up some of that yarn and I'll just sew it on the top. Well, I didn't like that either. That just wasn't cutting it, and that's what I broke my sewing machine on lately. Which, by the way, I went down there to take the needle out, and it was already out, so the little work fairies fixed it for me. Thank you. So what I decided I'm going to do, and I've done it here, but you can't see, is I am just undid those braids I had, and I am just single crocheting, excuse all this, that's where I joined my threads around it. So I'm going to show you real quick. So what I'm doing is I'm just coming up and under there, and I'm just pulling through. I'm going to do it again. So I'm taking my hook and I'm going under my fabric strap that I want to cover. I pulled up a loop and I'm going to pull through over and through those loops, and that's all I'm doing. And I'm just kind of scrunching them down and keeping them there. And what I did do at the very beginning here on the bag is I did go through the existing loop, the existing crochet, and I latched onto it there. I think I'm going to leave these tails, and I have some wooden beads and other beads, so I might actually put a couple beads on there and just tie a couple knots just to give it a little fringy look. But the handle then is much more suits the bag than just the plain fabric handle, to me. And it looks awful because of that mess right there. But to me, this suits the bag. It goes with it, and it's sturdier. The other one was too flimsy, too wishy-washy. I don't think it worked. So I just wanted to show you how I did that in case you ever come across something that you did something, or even if you bought a store-bought handle off a bag and you are reusing it, but you don't like the handle, you don't like the looks of it, like you could use a crappy handle off a bag that was worn out, where it's like pleather and it's all worn off. Use that and just do this over it, so you still have a really good handle that has life left in it. It just didn't look pretty, but if you do this over it, you're giving it that pretty look, and it's giving it, sorry, it wasn't in screen, you're giving it that single look. But so I mean, you could spread this apart and kind of see the fabric, but you really have to work. So I'm just up here, I'm coming under, grabbing a loop, bringing it up here, this side, I hope you can see that. Then I'm yarning over and pulling through my single crochet. Then I do that again. Come under. So I've got two loops. I'm yarning over and pulling through. And I'm just doing that until I hit the end. I'm hoping I keep this in frame so you can see it. And then here I am down near the end of the bag, the end of the strap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down into here. Now this is sewn on the sewing machine, so I can't go in some of it. So I'm just going to come down here where I can go get my hook under a couple of loops. I don't want just one. And then I'm going to pull that up. And then I'm going to go through that. And I think that's where I'm going to call it the day, the end of the day there. We're going to take that all off. I'm going to pull that tight. And so now this is my handle, which has a pretty, almost what it looks like a braid going down that side. These are where I joined. I just have to trim those off. I did that Russian join. It's not the one where you take it like this. It's not this one where you put a needle on there and sew through it, and then put a needle on here and sew through it, and then pull it. It's the one where you go like this, is what I've been using. Where you just take your yarn around. I don't know if you can see because I'm trying to watch what I'm doing. And you just make a slip knot there. And then you do the same thing on this side with the other one. You wrap it around. And then you have your loop. And you just pull it. And then you just pull those tight together. And then you just snip off these, and then you have a much cleaner, neater knot than the knot like they put in the yarns. So, but I just wanted to show you what my solution to this was, in case anybody else ever comes up with this, and they're like, I don't like the handle, but it's already part of the bag. I want to change it. So something as simple as this. You could get really complicated and do something much more fancy, but for this tote, which is just going to either be a tote for my stuff that I take to work, or a project bag, probably even just be groceries. Who knows? But I just want to give you that little bit of an update, and that's my resolution, my solution to this, since sewing the braid on wasn't working. I wasn't liking how it was looking on the reverse side. I don't like the reverse side because actually my mother did this for me, but I don't like seeing the zigzag of the red on the bottom side. The top side was white, but I still didn't like seeing the zigzag. So this was my solution. And I just thought I'd share that with you. Have a great night. Yes, it's very late, way past my bedtime. So I am headed off to bed here in a few seconds. So have a great night. Take care, everybody.